fishing spot. How nice.
Apparently. Welcome back. It's time for us to get a big fish.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Got
Here we
one.
go. Well, we got
That's
it.
a feisty one.
Indeed. Oh. That's easy.
Wow. This one's pretty rare.
Yeah, Zafiro Espada? Giant swordfish. This must be the Catch Lord and Lake Lord and the others we're talking about. Guess I should let them know, just in case. Reported the catch to Lord and Lake Lord and Branch Manager Sedan. This glittering jewel-like beauty. There's no mistaking it. This is a Zafiro Espada. Catching this on your own couldn't have been easy. You left us in the dust, Rean. I'm seriously impressed. I wish Estelle and Lloyd could be here to see this. Oh, I heard rumors those two were good at fishing. Is it true then? I guess. Knowing that makes me feel closer to them in a weird way. Anyway, I'll be sure to prepare a prize worthy of this accomplishment for you. Thank you. I mean, bye?
Let's go.
Let's go. Back to the Harbor District, into the tavern. Let's see about our prize. Before we proceed, there is something I'd like to discuss. Of course, what is it? First, I must commend you all on your hard work with the survey and your environmental changes. Hard work to admit you're proving that's just the same as last time. Like it reset to that as well? Like I know it, like the rounds reset when you go out and in, but little scenes like that, even that? Seems a bit strange. Still blue, dabba-dee-dabba-die. Right, so we were still going on with the rounds, so Ordis, Noble District in the port city. Just spoke to you. Oh, no, you're a different lord. Here's a little different. Huh? What are you all doing here? We have a war on our hands. This is time to volunteer, not to be out frolicking about. I, of course, have been cooperating to my fullest ability. Look closely at the tankers being loaded into the bay. Several of those are mine. Given that cargo ships are in such short supply, I load mine out to the Navy. Yeah, what about joining the front lines? The idea of working with the government still disgusts me to my core. But plummeting trade means we have an excess of ships just sitting around in the dock. May as well take advantage of the situation if it means they'll owe us later on. Yeah. Despicable, mate. Despicable. What the? Oh, Miss Lilybell, I see you've been hard at work trying to help your parents. You've truly grown up so much. Now that you don't need my help anymore, it makes me feel a little sad. Oh, it's my back again. Keeping those is going to be tough. But I can get through it. I have to look after the young miss through thick and thin. Oh dear. Miss Lilybell has such a lovely smile. Now take your mother's hand and smile brightly. I'm assuming he's looking through the keyhole rather than listening in. Mama, this is for you. It's a special Friends Again coupon. You and Papa can make up again with this. My, thank you very much, dear. But you know, your Papa and I haven't fallen out. Are you sure? Of course, I wouldn't lie to you, my sweet Lilybell. We were discussing something and perhaps I might have gotten a little carried away. We'll talk it over when he returns. Okay, you better do it right, Mama. Of course, sweetie. Oliver, helped me when I was making invites for the summer festival. I did it all by myself today. I'm glad Mama liked it. Think it was a success, right? Time to celebrate. Indeed. Lilybell has been getting really worried. I may have been a little overly harsh with my words lately. I'll have to talk it over with my husband when he returns. Yes, you will. I'm assuming he's not upstairs then. Doo-doo. Spoke to you and your ways. We know what you're up to. I can't believe it. Heathcliff has been sent to war. I happened to overhear. Apparently he was following the will of his current head of house. Used to be a liaison officer in Crossbill. I'm truly surprised as well, as there was no sign of him doing something like this before. Heathcliff decided to bring up to me. What? You decided that bringing up to me before was cowardly, didn't you? Okay. I've decided. I'm going after Heathcliff. What are you saying, my lady? Hasn't he already joined up? If I end up never seeing him again, I would regret it for the rest of my life. Don't you see, Hawkins? I have to do this. Don't try to stop me. As usual when it comes to that gentleman, you become most earnest, my lady. You leave me with no choice. If your mind is set on this course of action, I will offer you whatever assistance I can. Thank you. Assuming... Yep. Indubitably. Where is she? She was doing... There she is. Right up until the other day, the Imperial Defense Force was strutting around as if they owned the place. Military forces are preparing for the coming war, and your protection has been entrusted to us, they said. Give me a break. But at some point, they completely disappeared without any explanation. What the hell is going on? Where's their sense of responsibility? In the end, they're probably just being moved around at the convenience of the government. Oh, God, you've got on my very last nerve while they were here, and somehow they still managed to annoy me after they've left. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, so... I contacted Chief Warrant Officer Brighton Heimdall. He was tough but motivating. There's a lot happening, but he asked me to make sure I fulfill my duties as thoroughly as possible. It looks like the anti-Calvard protests and rallies in Heimdall are reaching frenzied levels. Chief Warrant Officer Brighton must be having a real tough time out there. We'll do everything I can here so that I can proudly say I'm one of his subordinates. Being sent to orders to the port city was a shock at first, but I guess I've been slacking a bit. But I'm going to be the best I can out here. I want to be able to return to my work in Heimdall with my head held high. Dear, oh dear. Doo-doo! Well, shall we set off to the towns in the south before mass for them? Wait a minute. I haven't taken my cookies to the Cayenne estate yet. I didn't put enough sugar in today, so I had to start over. So that's what you've been busying yourself doing? Sister Sienna? I'm sorry. When I think of the poor Empress, I can't just stand around twiddling my thumbs. And hey, my daily cookie deliveries actually did some good. Those annoying Imperial Defense Force jerks admitted defeat and left. I don't know where to start. Anyway, we normally don't intervene in secular matters. That would be an ecumenical matter. Yes. At least ask the Archbishop for permission before you go again. Okay, I'll go ask him right now. Maybe we spoiled Sister Sienna. But there are worse things, I think. Her cheery nature is a blessing in these grim times. I think we can overlook it. I baked a boatload of cookies so we could hand them out to all of the faithful down south. Guess I should have cleared it with the Archbishop first, though. I'll go ask him about it now. Come on. Hey, have you heard of the Lance Maiden? He said she's this super strong, super cool lady knight who ended something called the War of the Lions. Neat, huh? When I grow up, I want to be just like her. Or dead. Alright. This coming war is going to be far greater than any conflict we've ever seen, the Civil War included. Feels so uneasy whenever I think of the future. Come to church to find some peace and to stop myself from subjecting my daughter to my apprehensions. I knew that the scale of the conflict would be large, but didn't expect it to be so all-encompassing. Things always headed at this point. Going to have to act with great care from here on. I too must aid those who have lost their way. You work so hard, Mucky. Fear I've imposed upon you terribly. Not at all. I'd wager you have far more difficult challenges to contend with. In truth, I should be apologizing for foisting such a big role upon you. Make sure you look after yourself, daughter of Alfred. Thank you, Mucky. Being a member of the nobility carries a lot of responsibility. Lose our way at some point is inevitable, I'm afraid. Our burdens weigh heavier than ever during this turning point in history. Offering some advice is all I can do. Really? The neighboring states are all taking action. That's what I've heard, anyway. If it's true, then who knows what will happen. There's no telling who will win this war now, even how long it could end up lasting. And yet it is ordinary citizens who will suffer the most for this. Indeed. Trip it up. So the neighboring provinces are acting covertly. Still, what do? Do we join the government's side, or... Tough choices indeed. The Septian Church is communicating with its various branches in secret. Using our resources and information, we're trying to improve the lives of the people, if only a little. Mysterious phantom flowers and fiends have started to appear frequently in the area, here in Le Maire. There are even reports of devils like the ones in the Testaments. The Growlsritter are doing what they can. We must try to prevent people from being caught up in the chaos. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of stuff appearing that was in Sky the Third, which makes sense when you consider what that was about. Mysterious phantom flowers and fiends have started to appear in frequent area here in the reports of There they are. There are reports of the 77 devils mentioned in the Testaments. Must do what we can to prevent people from being caught up in the chaos. Like, yeah, again, it makes sense to do with Kevin's story. Like, well, it's like Kevin would have read that, and then they would have gone into the Phantasma and all that type of stuff. There's been some sort of incident in the holy city of Arteria, the high seat of the Septian Church. Growlsritter is also working in earnest, albeit independently from the actions taken by the Papal Guard. All throughout the ages, this same conflict over the Sacraments of Adios perpetuates itself time and again. Oh, worry not. Pay my musings no mind. No, tell me more. Man of the era, the role of the Church will never change. We must pray to Adios for the well-being of our loved ones. The Sacraments of Adios. The story of the Septenians is recorded in the Testaments of the Septian Church. Maybe there's something we can learn from it. Yeah, let me know more. Even in the darkest of times, we all have our parts to play, things we can do to make the world a better place. It would seem that the Growlsritter ship was forced to make an unexpected landing on the road to town. However insignificant it may be, the cathedral offered what little support it could to those affected. The distinguished folk of the Congregation for the Divine Worship might not like it, but pay them no mind. In their own way, they are doing all they can to overcome this crisis. Now we all have to work together. Indeed. Indeed we do. There's a weird chill at the moment going around me. Oh. That would explain it. I looked at my little device I've got off to my left there, and it's like, oh, the weather's there. -1 degree Celsius. That would explain why I'm feeling a chill. Especially because at the moment, not that you'd want to know too much, I'm in my boxers and t-shirt. Just comfortable. But it's just that sense of like, maybe put on some clothes. I just went to pour some tea for the master. I've never seen him look so anguished. Excuse me. That isn't something a maid should be saying. It is a maid's duty to support her master, no matter what else is going on. I intend to do just that. Rennie has gone to help Citrine. It's a little hectic around here today. I wasn't worried about that master. Maybe later I could bake some of his favorite madeleines? I'm not entirely sure what they are. Someone let me know! Someone let me know! And how to say it, probably. It's a shame that it has come to this. Imagine the neutral families will be forced to reconsider their principles. We can at least soften the blow with the careful release of information. I know she's worried about my lady, but the job of a maid at times like these is to support the master of the house. I'm fine. I have a few letters I need to prepare and send as soon as possible. I see. Please do not push yourself too hard. The master has so many worries and anxieties. He has good cause given the circumstances. The lives of so many are in his hands, and doesn't know which way the war is going to take us. Oh, it's you. Seems that Operation Mirage is finally in play. So you heard. He certainly holds his own as a representative of the current noble faction. I admit there was a part of me holding out hope. If anyone could stop this tragedy, it'd be the next Duchess of Cayenne and General Le Guin. Originally, that responsibility lay with the 4 great houses, but I'm sorry we couldn't be any help. Worry not, it was a long shot by any means. Since the 4 great houses cannot act, all I can do is fulfill my duties as a representative of the noble faction. You should tread the path that you believe in. Please give my regards to my children. Alright, and also to that popular musician you're acquainted with. With pleasure, sir. I will do everything it takes to achieve what Thor set out to do. War has now become inevitable. This will be the first world war in history. We nobles will have to shoulder a heavy burden, depending on what the government legislates. We have to think of a way to help the smaller noble families and the people. County Gretch is back. Let's work together and get this sorted. You should tread the path that you believe in. May luck be on your side. Indubitably. Okay, so I did notice. Is there anyone over there? Don't see anyone. Just making sure. Yeah, I did notice there was a green star. So we have Macius in the group. Who we got in the group? We've got to make sure we have good people in the group. Ash, you would actually be interesting. Yeah, that's good. Is there anyone else? Let me just go back to the courageous. Like, Emma's the one we'd probably drop if anyone. So, like, you make sense. You make sense. You make sense. Like, we'll go through why. Noble. Commoner and his father's there. Ash shot the Emperor. It's like, yeah. Musée, Millet Mirage, Noble, all that type of stuff. Emma? So, maybe Kurt might have something interesting. Maybe Angelica as well. But of everyone, I think Kurt would be the most appropriate because of the connection to Cedric. Out of everyone else, the potential of anything coming up, it's like there might not be anything. But it's worth checking, you know? It's just worth checking. He's wondering what I'm whistling. Well, not whistling, but you know. Huh, you guys, humming along with? Ahem, the governor has ordered us to allow our honored guests to pass through. If you have any business here, you're free to go on through. In short, it means that we're free to come and go. Wow, the preparations are quite thorough. I'd expect no less from Dad. I'd like to give him my regards. Should we drop in? Drukayan's mansion is now accessible. We have orders to allow our honored guests free access. You're free to come and go as you please. It's still shiny. That's something at least. So what we got around? Few people. Okay. Start over here. Here. The Empress is smiling again. I feel like I haven't seen her smile much at all lately. As someone in her employ, and a citizen of this empire, I'm absolutely overjoyed. Just generic maid number one. Ordis, the port city, is the location of the noble faction's headquarters. We are in a great position to take action, fully knowing the position of the nobles. We can forget the bad blood between us, and we'll work together for the peace of the empire and society as we know it. Alright. When we arrived in Ordis, with the imperial governor, we were criticized for not saying the port city, and to Gehenna back for it by his residents. On top of that, our deplorable behavior toward the Empress, in her weakened state no less, eats right away at me. But now the governor has earned some trust from the citizens and her Highness is recovering. I have to refresh myself as well. It's best to face whatever turmoil the war will bring. Oh, very well. I'm glad you're here. Seems you've been through a lot, but it's a relief to see you're all safe. Thank you. From the way you said that, it's as if you know something about our situation. Yes, I may have heard something about it. Made me sick when I heard that the meeting between the country leaders had been attacked. It seems a certain individual showed up in his new airship to save the day. But it's just best to say I'm glad you're all safe. Wow, you do know a lot. The situation isn't great, but we've been entrusted with everyone's hopes. We have to do whatever we can, be a beacon of light for them. I'll be looking forward to you doing so then. The momentum pushing us towards war is increasing ever here in Ordis, the port city. I intend to monitor it myself. Thank you. We appreciate your efforts. This is a duty of mine as interim supervisor. Latin watching over the Empress. She must be worried. Why don't you go and say hello? You should be able to find her in the banquet hall. Schwarzer, do we have the time for this? Of course. Banquet hall is straight down this corridor. Please go ahead and explain the current situation to Her Highness. Sorry for being in such a rush. There have been a lot of issues in Ordis, the port city too. Suppose all there is to do is examine the situation and handle things appropriately. Nevertheless, I'm expecting great things from you. There was a skirmish between Panzer's soldiers here a few days ago. They absolutely ruined my pristine, shiny floor with dozens and dozens of scratches. I appreciate this, maid. But I've gone through loads of wax to get it back in shape, and it's almost reached peak perfection. Of course, I would have appreciated if we'd kept the sawdust off the floors in the first place. Oh, I completely agree. Alright, so that's right wing, left wing, Banquet Hall's the other way. Let's see. Enter the waterway? Yes. See if there's anything on this side. Don't see nothing. Very well. Just seems weird that... Wait, can I not get back out? Oh. I was like, what? How do I get out? I'm stuck. No. I just do that. Don't worry. I understand. It's a joke. Oh. God. There's nothing we need to do this way. How do you know? Go have a look. Find out. Why, you're Lord Alfred's granddaughter. Please excuse my not realizing it before when you were a student. A dreadful oversight on my behalf. So delighted to hear you were decided upon as the next Duchess. It's quite alright, and thank you. Please note for now, though, that I am not Mildine. I am simply Musée, a regular schoolgirl. I must ask that you don't treat me as a member of the House Cayenne, but rather as a common guest. My lady, as you wish. You will have the maximum hospitality I can offer as a guest when you are here in the mansion. But there's nothing we need to do this way. Nor this way. Dear, oh dear. With Governor Ragnit's blessing, we should be able to meet the Empress. Should we head to the Banquet Hall now? Yes. A servant showed Rean and the others to the Banquet Hall. Yes, it's this way. It's quite lovely, isn't it? Yes, single file. That's how we do it. You didn't see me nod. Screw you. It's a pleasure to see you all again. And even more so that you made it through under the circumstances. Sorry it took us so long. It's an honor to make your acquaintance again, Your Highness. I'm glad to see you well. Suppose you have heard about what's happened with ours. Yes, thanks to Governor Ragnitz, I have the main details of your exploits. Reuniting with your friends and Alfin accompanying you on your journey. And even more importantly, that dear Olivert is safe. Seems like you've heard it all. We're just as relieved, and maybe even more surprised. He's helping us find a third path to walk. To fly. I don't know how much we can help as our country marches into war, but we're going to do everything we can as members of Thor's to stop this awful tragedy. I'm grateful to hear that. You have all done so much to help me, and yet I can't do anything in return. If only I could have told His Majesty about this. Triple dot? Has something happened to His Majesty? No, it's just that his operation is very soon. Sometime within the next few days, apparently. All I can do is pray to Adios for the operation to be a success. Your Highness. I can tell she really loves the Emperor. Yes, we did hear a lot has happened. Triple dot. Please, let me pray for him to recover too. Thank you. All of you. Please look out for Olivert, Alfin, and Cedric too. We will, Your Majesty. Like, again, just that little bit from Ash, it's nice. I'm so happy to hear you all say that. If only I could tell His Majesty about this. I know you must have your hands full, but please look after Olivert, Alfin, and Cedric for me. Just seems to be more opulent rooms. It's probably best not to go any further. What about the other side? Can't be opulent rooms this way as well. Oh dear. Opulent rooms everywhere. Dear God. I don't see any... Those clouds popping. Yeah, I don't see anything off in the distance at all. It's weird there is a cloud layer, but you can't see the cloud layer until you at a different angle. It's like you can just see it there now.
Now?
Yeah, now. Like, boop, boop. So I wonder, like, if they've, like, done something wrong, because it's sort of like, well, the cloud layer even, like, mirrors on the sea at a certain angle. Like, you get the cloud layer there, then it mirrors. Strange. Like, the sea becomes the sky for a second. Ugh. Very weird. Very weird. But it would be wise to now go off to Raquel or somewhere else. But I'm thinking for this part, let's actually use the little bit of time we've got. That all we got in terms of weapons to where am I? Yeah, I did want that. Books. Imperial Chronicle, issue 8. Breaking news: Waters start at noon, September 1st. Governor General Rufus has announced that Operation Jormungand is to start on September 1st, making it 5 days until Erebonia's forces attack the Calvard Republic. The Empire's successful military expansion. Imperial Army Press Office told us that even if they couldn't reveal the finer details, they thought it important to let everyone see the proof that Erebonia is an extremely powerful nation, made so by all the citizens' tireless efforts. I had to hold back a hiccup. The Imperial Army was originally comprised of 20 armored divisions, but 5 more have been established following recent conscriptions. The new recruits are led by select experienced officers, and their divisions are to become reserve forces. RF has provided 12 Dragunov-class railway cannons, with 11 to be used by the main attack force. The Gargantua-class airships. What about the extra one? The Gargantua-class airships are expected to play a major part in military operations. While Calvard's forces are estimated to number around 840,000 soldiers, the Empire is sending 850,000 to the front. Therefore, we'll win by 10,000, with reserve forces that bring the total to 1.250. That doesn't sound right at all. 1,250,000. Besides our sheer numerical superiority, the Imperial Army is both better trained and equipped, making our advantage clear as day. Notice, beware of Calvard spies. Individuals believed to be Calvardian spies have been sighted in southeastern Le Maire. Espionage agents on the same affiliation also previously caused trouble in Heimdall. The public is advised to remain vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to local authorities, like trees blowing in the wind or something. Special. Emperor Nugent's surgery scheduled. Emperor Nugent's condition is still critical, following his shooting over a month ago. He's now scheduled to have surgery performed by top medical staff, while under close guard. Column! Workforce shortages continue. As the war looms near, towns and villages find themselves bereft of young men who have been drafted into the army. But some considerate citizens, like Friedel and Loggins, extend a helping hand to those who find it hard to cope with workforce shortages. These 2 former fencing club members have been honing their skills since graduation and undertake any work required by the local populace, from culling monsters to delivering parcels. Even farm work is fair game. We're just doing what we can. If we can relieve some of the burden from the bracers, all the better. The helpful young heroes told us. The selfless pair certainly sets an example. Excellent example that we could all stand to follow. Indeed. Alright, so let's get these things out the way as well then while we're here. These things. Ares Locket. And not here right now. Alright, we'll go to the ship. Like, fine. Dear, oh dear. Did it really make a difference, Rean? Oh wow, this locket is so beautiful. Never seen one like it. Are you sure I can have this? Of course. I thought it'd suit you perfectly. And you can put a picture of someone you really love inside to carry them around with you. That's very thoughtful of you. Thanks. Someone I really love. Something the matter? Oh, no, I was just spaced out for a sec. Anyway, thanks again. Really is a wonderful gift. It'll be my little treasure from now on. Glad you like it. Oh, Rean, these earrings are beautiful. You think so? The second I saw them, I just knew they'd look perfect on Dana and on you. You're too kind. I don't know what to say. I'll save them for special occasions. I'll be looking forward to seeing you with them on. Oh, there we go. A sterling dog tag. Alright, can't ever go wrong with dog tags. These are pretty awesome. They match your style, no? Hope you like them. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm not gonna let you leave empty-handed either. Here's something for you. Oh, a hip flask. Yeah, alright, taking a swig out of one of these has a rugged charm to it. It's a real fitting gift from you, Randy. Are you sure you want to part with it, though? Yeah, I got plenty more where that came from. Go wild. Gift giving's not a bad idea. Probably pass something on to that partner of mine sometime, too. Can't believe it. It's the new type of mechanical goggles I wanted so much. How did you... Oh, well, actually, I didn't know. Guess I looked out. I got them for you as a token of gratitude for all your help. That's very nice of you, thank you. Let's see if I have anything I can give you. ZCF made mechanical gloves. They're still a prototype, but they might come in handy, no pun intended. He wasn't expecting anything back, thanks to you. Lovely. Right, so we'll end this part here. In the next part, we'll head on over to the Well, we'll head there now, but... We'll see you next part. Ta-ta for now.